Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the Gnarly Gnome, and this is Drinking With The Gnome. On this episode, we take a trip to one of my favorite bars in the city. It's not really a good representation of what it is, though. It's now something completely different. It's a chain, a local chain of bars and grills, bars and grills. It's a burger place, a chain of local burger places. By Gollys, it feels fun when I say it that way. By golly, I love that place. I really do. I love By Gollys. Great food, great drinks, great people. If you've been to the original in Milford, that's where we stopped. That's where I went to record this week's episode. You need to go there. You don't have to go to that one. There's lots of other locations and more opening up, but I think you should probably start with the Milford location. It's the one that I connect with the most because it's the original. It's been there since the 80s. But we'll talk about it on this episode. I sat down with the owner and the COO of the company, this Epic Eats group that is taking two brands locally with By Gollys and The Works and just blowing them up in a really, really good way. It doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel bad. It feels like good local restaurants. I'd say, listen to the episode, and then we'll talk at the end. Here we go. Drinking With The Gnome.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome to the show. It's been a little while since we had an episode of Drinking With The Gnome for you guys, but we are here. We are back. This is a cool one. So I grew up. I don't know how much growing up I did. I don't think I've ever really matured, but I grew up here in Milford, and this was a staple of the neighborhood in Milford. It was one of those bars that has always been there, although it has changed dramatically in those years.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Burned down once.
For the better. It did burn down once.
And we didn't do it. We did not do it.
So for me, it's a very special place, a place that kind of harkens back to those kind of early days of me kind of figuring out bar culture and discovering what bars were about and what had kind of that intersection between a neighborhood spot and a place that you go grab lunch, grab a drink after work, whatever it may be. Figuring that out, this was one of those spots, and so I'm extremely happy to be here. It's also fascinating to watch how the idea and the brand has grown and kind of exploded and turned into something completely different than I ever thought it was going to. So this is going to be a fun episode. By Gollys, we're at the original location over here in Milford on Lila Avenue. If you guys haven't been here, if you want to make your rounds and hit all of the By Gollys spots, start here. That's my advice because it was kind of born off of this.
Absolutely.
Well, first of all, we want to say welcome.
Well, thank you.
Welcome, Andrew, the Gnarly Gnome, to By Gollys in Milford.
Introduce yourselves. Tell people who you are and what you do here.
So, Lance Sizemore, owner, and we purchased By Gollys in 2023.
And The Works, if you are a Loveland drinker and you are familiar with The Works, we'll talk a little bit about that, but that's probably a whole episode within itself.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Hi, I'm Heather Fry. I'm the COO of Epic Eats Restaurants with By Gollys and The Works Pizza Company.
Let's start with this idea.
First of all, let's cheers before we even
we
start.
We are drinking. It is a drinking show.
Come on now, it's
cheers.
a drinking show. Come on.
I decided to go with a truth because I'm in an IPA kind of mood today. I typically would not go IPA, especially this early in the day, but we're going there. And so,
all right.
Well, I'm going to do a blue moon, and I'm going to eat the orange. Okay, no judgment.
That's acceptable.
No judgment.
No, that is perfectly acceptable.
Thank you.
Let's talk about kind of the idea of where did the idea of purchasing By Gollys start? Was it this long-term plan of it becoming this kind of local chain, or was it just, man, that's a really great place? I would love to kind of carry on the tradition of what that is.
Actually, it's a little bit of both. So the first time I ever came here was around 2010, 2011, and had my burger here for the first time. And it was delicious. Loved it. Always remembered it. Never thought about buying the place at that point. But so fast forward to so we purchased the Works in 2022. Mm-hmm. That went really well. Great community spot. We decided, hey, we'd like to grow this, but we'd like to do something, not just the works, but something else.
Right.
So looking for something that was established within Cincinnati, and there's very few people that I can say By Gollys to. Even before we started the expansion, when it was just here in Milford, I could go, anywhere on the east side definitely, but even on the west side of town, and say By Gollys, and they'd be like, oh yeah, that place in Milford.
Yeah.
So it already had that, people knew of it, people knew what it was, and it had a good reputation around town. So yeah, when the opportunity came that, so Tom, who was the previous owner, he was ready to retire, spend his winters in Florida. So he actually
That sounds
came to me.
nice, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Winters in Florida?
I don't know.
Wow.
It's been pretty hot
Hey,
lately.
Tom, come back and get me.
Yeah, but no, so he actually came to me and said, hey, I know that you've taken over the works and you're wanting to grow that. He said, I've got this concept here that I'm not going to add to it, and I'm ready to retire. So we started talking numbers, made a deal, and it has been great. So.
How do you take a place like By Gollys that everybody knows, especially over here? Everybody knows that idea. They know the brand. They know what it is. How do you take that and then start to let it kind of grow into other spots without losing the soul of what it was in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's keeping that same formula. So when you look at where we've opened, so like in Anderson, very much same type of feel. It's a community area. It's not like we're not in like a big city necessarily. It's not a downtown. Mm-hmm. And even when you look at like our Covington, I mean, we're right across the bridge from downtown, but Covington is its very own, close, tight-knit community. So really, finding those spots that meet that demographic that, this By Gollys here in Milford thrived in, and finding other places that we can basically take that same footprint and spread the greatness of By Gollys.
And you see, Andrew, we've got garage doors here at the mothership
Right.
in Milford. We have a patio in Anderson. There's a patio in Covington. So it's the same, like Lance said, the same vibe, the same feel, the same community.
If I'm being completely honest, like when Anderson opened, because Anderson was the second one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When Anderson opened and I went there for the first time, I'm like, all right, I'm going to see what they're doing here. I was kind of apprehensive about it. I'm like, I love By Gollys. I love what this is. Who are these guys that are going to come in here and take this brand that I love and take it other places and spread it out, and it's going to lose it? And then I went in there and I sat down, and the people were wonderful. The food was wonderful. I'm like, oh, okay. Like
I see
I'm
now.
okay with it.
Okay.
As long as it still sticks to that formula, which that formula itself it's on one hand it's easy to define, but on the other hand it's kind of hard to kind of capture that magic too. I mean, there's been plenty of plenty of burger places too that try to capture that feeling and do it in a natural way that fail miserably.
Oh yeah.
And so far, you guys haven't failed at all. Like it's every space still has the personality of the place that it was, or the place where it is.
Yep.
And then still kind of brings this By Gollys kind of atmosphere to it and kind of expands upon that.
I think you just said it, the personality. The personality of By Gollys Milford is amazing.
Right.
Can't be duplicated, but we can. It depends.
It's-
You got our team members who believe in our concept.
Yeah.
Some of the people from Milford have been over at Anderson, go over to Covington, so they understand what we're trying to do and Lance's vision as far as what Epic Eats is. And it is to duplicate Milford into Anderson, Covington, and beyond. And it's a great concept. Each community we've been in has embraced it, and we can't be more grateful than what we are.
How would you describe the concept? Because you're not just copy and pasting this to different spots.
Yep.
They all have unique feeling and like a unique kind of personality to them. But what is By Gollys?
Yeah, I mean, By Gollys absolutely is a place where you can come hang out. It's not obviously not pretentious. It's also too like we don't want to be known as like obviously this is a beer show. We're talking about drinking beer, but we don't want to be known as the late night drunk crowd either, right? So that's where it's a family friendly spot where you can also go to have a drink. And I think we can replicate that same type of feeling, in all these different neighborhoods. And each one still have its unique little vibe or whatnot. So like for example, we in Covington, that's a big brunch spot.
Right.
We've tried that brunch here. It's not gone nearly as well as it does there. So there'll be different, twists like that where at some of them they may have a brunch because that's what fits the neighborhood. Some may not. Some may be bigger at lunch crowds, some may be bigger at dinner crowds. But the big thing is that it's, very welcoming for everybody. And a spot where you can come and just hang out and have fun.
Nothing pleases me more than stopping in after work and seeing a whole baseball team or a softball team or soccer or a school here with their coaches, parents. It's very family friendly, but parents can sit over here and have a beer. The kids can get burgers, they can get wings, they can get French fries, and everyone has a great time.
Well, yeah, it's just it provides exactly what you're looking for, no matter who you are, no matter what kind of experience you're looking for. If you want to sit and drink bourbon, come sit here at the bar and drink bourbon. It's a great spot for it. If you want to just sit and drink some beer, come sit and drink some beer. It's perfect for it. Like, all of these things, you just feel like you're welcome here. And those are the perfect bars that I'm kind of looking for in my life, you know.
Yeah, I'll say something else too that I really like is when we announce a new location opening. So, like, for example, we announced Anderson. We had all these people from Anderson that came here. They'd never been to this By Gollys. They'd heard of it.
They wanted to try it out.
They wanted to try it out. Same thing like when we announced Union, Kentucky, which was our next opening. We had all these people coming into the Covington By Gollys that hadn't been there, probably wouldn't have tried it without knowing that. So that's kind of cool too. When you're opening a new location, you open up the door for people that never would have experienced how cool this place is.
Right.
And now they're coming to try it out because it's coming to their neighborhood.
I love it.
Yeah.
How does, and I'm thinking this from the bar perspective, as kind of the industry landscape is dramatically changing with how people drink and when they drink and what they're drinking. How do you guys find kind of your place within that and kind of evolve with it, but not freak out too much and completely abandon what makes a bar a bar?
Yeah, no, I mean, what I would say, something that we've we announced it probably 2 months ago, but like our partnership with Mad Tree. So that's been something that we've really we've looked at. How do we capture that audience of people that are beer drinkers, but what makes them come here to drink beer? Because you can go anywhere you want and get Bud Light, Michelob Ultra. So we've done a partnership with Mad Tree where they're actually brewing a beer that's just that you can only get at By Gollys.
Right.
Same with the Works as well. But so that's one of the things that we're doing to navigate that landscape is set us apart from you can only get this beer by coming to By Gollys. You can't get anywhere else.
Local.
Right.
Yep,
We support local. We ask our community to support local. So that would be, what's the word I'm looking for, Lance? We would be hypocritical if we did not reciprocate.
Sure.
So we want to also support local in Mad Tree. That's a huge brewery. Fantastic staff, fantastic beer.
Oh, yeah.
So why would we not want to partner with them? But again, it's that localness. People, the city of Milford loves By Gollys, local community. And like Lance said, once we open or announce another opening, we're inviting more people into the city because they're coming in to get a taste of By Gollys. So Mad Tree is also going to open up that door for some of their customers to be like, what's this new beer over at By Gollys? I'm going to go try it. So it's an opportunity for us to showcase our talent, our team, what we offer, and to support local.
It's fun too, like as the brand kind of grows and it expands and you get multiple locations where you can do some of those partnerships that probably would be a little bit harder if it was just one location.
Yep, exactly.
You're not going to be able to partner up with Mad Tree and make something really cool if you have one spot, unless people are drinking a whole bunch of beer there. But it enables some of those fun things to happen. I think it's cool. It gets somebody like me that is a beer drinker. It gets me excited to go to a place. If I'm looking at 3 different places that all have pretty good burgers, one of them has a beer that I'm like, I've never had that beer, and it's I know I'm gonna like it. That's Mad Tree beer.
Yep.
I'm making a decision.
By Gollys signature draft that we will have at all of our locations.
I love it. I love it. Talking about the menu, let's go into there a little bit. Burgers. You guys are a burger place. What else is on the menu that people might not realize is amazing?
So we're pretty well known for our chicken wings too.
Okay.
So we've won, even prior to before our ownership, the By Gollys had won Best of the East for wings several times. So the wings are great. And then so we do grilled chicken sandwiches, and that had been something that prior. They had like chicken item, other than chicken wings, they had chicken sandwiches or fried chicken sandwiches, but it was kind of like, it wasn't anything that they did special with it.
Right.
So we've come up with it's a By Gollys sauce, a signature sauce for us. We have a signature seasoning. So
and Andrew, don't ask what's in it because I'd have to kill you. Okay, it's secret.
Okay.
Yep. So we, but yeah, that goes on all of our chicken dishes that go out, and then we've added loaded apps to our menu. So we've got loaded waffle fries, loaded potato skins. And loaded nachos.
I was just talking to somebody the other day, and there was some bar that we were going to. I won't mention them on the air, but we're going to this bar, and it's kind of a mediocre bar. But they had like this whole. They used to have this section of the menu that was loaded tots and loaded fries and stuff, and that was the shining star of their menu because everything else was not great. And so as we were walking up to the place, I'm like, it's fine. Like they've got these, you can get these loaded fries, and they're so freaking good. They're great when you're just hanging out and drinking. And we walked in, and they had changed their menu, and they were all gone. I'm like, oh no! Now I don't know what you're supposed to order. Maybe we should stop somewhere else on the way in. But I love drinking food. I love, like, sometimes if I'm coming here and it's after dinner or something and I just want to sit and have a beer, but I want to snack on something, I need something that I can just kind of sit and eat while I'm having a beer.
I mean, who doesn't want loaded nachos with their Blue Moon?
Exactly.
I mean, come on. Who doesn't?
I love that. But yeah, come here for the burgers. Burgers are great. I know that there are a lot of really great burgers out there in the world. This is no joke, though. This is one of those spots that you'll tell people about. Yeah,
it's the real deal. But that's what I was talking about earlier, like sports teams and the community and just everyone coming here. Looking at the menu, there's something for everyone.
Right.
So a lot of people don't realize our wraps and our salads are fantastic. So we do have people that don't want the loaded nachos with their beer.
The wraps and the salad. I'm never coming in here and ordering a salad.
Thank you. But, if you want to have a beer and feel good about yourself and get a salad, let me tell you, Andrew, our salads are phenomenal. They are really good.
I can appreciate them.
Just gonna have you trying one before the end of this interview.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking kind of bigger picture at the city, like when you're looking at a new location, are you looking for parts of town that is like, this needs a By Gollys, or is it kind of something pops up, that's a great opportunity and it's in a good area that maybe makes sense?
Yes and yes.
Yep, absolutely. So we big thing is we obviously don't want to be somebody that goes in and creates undue competition on somebody else, right? So like a great example of this is Coleraine. So we announced that we were going to open we didn't actually even announce it. We just signed a letter of intent that we were going to lease. Right. And somehow somebody got a hold of it and it got put all over Facebook. It was on the news.
Is that going to be By Gollys or works?
So all over the news they said By Gollys was going to the Coleraine. Well, we never signed anything for By Gollys. And there's a Quaker Steak and Lube right next door. There's another burger place. So we just signed it as Epic Eats. Everybody assumed it was a By Gollys, but we went in there like, well, this needs to be a Works. There's no pizza down here.
Exactly.
So when you ask, what are we looking for? Like, we obviously, we want to be a part of the community. We want to go in there and be somewhere that, we're filling almost a void that's maybe not there.
Right.
And I think we can go head to head with Quaker Steak and Lube burgers all day long. But again, why create another burger place when there's not a pizza place that we can put there? So
I think that you could probably go head to head with Quaker Steak wings too, pretty quickly.
Our wings are pretty good. Yes.
The Quaker Steak wings used to be a whole lot better than they are now. And I find myself with some of those chains, like I go in there and I spend a ton of money getting my food, and I get it, and I'm like, this is just not what I wanted to spend my money on today. Right. And so I find myself more and more going to local spots that, in my opinion, do it better. And a lot of times do it for cheaper.
And that's a misconception, too. I think people think that, By Gollys is a change. Some people.
Yeah.
No, locally owned and operated.
It is a local chain, which is a very different thing than a national chain.
Absolutely.
I mean, you'll see on Thursday nights, let's be honest, after gymnastics and all that, Lance and his wife and his kids will be right here eating.
Right.
You'll see the owner, you see leadership. We are here. I've been coming to By Gollys Milford for a very, very long time before I was part of the leadership that owns it, and it's been a staple here. And why would you not want to purchase something like this and then take it to other communities and showcase what we do? Who wouldn't want to do that?
Was there any fear when you bought the location here that people that had been coming here would kind of be like, oh, who's this guy coming in? Like, we're not going to go there anymore. We're not going to be changing things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. We even still hear it now. I'm trying to think of a good example of this. I like French fries. Mm-hmm. So we've had people that complain about the French fries. And it's like funny how kind of the short memory of some people are. So before we took over, French fries were not offered with the burgers. It was a bag of potato chips.
Right.
So we brought in waffle fries. Well, people have complained that we changed the fries, and it was there wasn't a fry option.
It was a chip. It was a chip.
You got a bag of potato chips with your burger. So things like that. A lot of it is just making sure explaining to the community, hey, we're here to make things better. We're not here to change it necessarily. And a lot of stuff we didn't change. We just added some menu items on there. We looked at some menu items that just didn't really sell and took some of those off. And of course, the one or two people that bought that menu item, they get upset about it. Which we're sorry that happened, but it does cost money to keep those ingredients here. And we almost everything we do is fresh. We don't have a freezer, a walk-in freezer here. So.
I think sometimes people are looking for something to complain about too.
Of course.
Especially when you have a spot that was your spot, and it's like there's something that changes. You're now looking for something to be mad about, and like it's the burgers are great, but fries, you do the fries.
And I mean, and like I said,
You're going to have that no matter where you
We had
go.
some of that, but it's funny. We've had a lot more locals that have been coming in here, and they actually are getting excited seeing more opening. So they've started this idea of doing a By Golly bus, where they start a bus
The
here.
By Golly trolley.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
And they drive around all the different By Gollies.
Except I can't drive it because I'll be drinking.
Well, that's it.
Okay,
you
Andrew?
should. Yeah, you got to find somebody else to drive all of you around and get some kind of punch card or something where you stop at each one and
Absolutely.
collect your burgers.
Yes.
I love it. Yep. I'm excited to watch how you guys are taking these brands and letting them grow and letting them grow the right way. I'm really excited to watch it, and we got to talk about the works a little bit. The works.
Oh, before we do that, we are so rude. We're so sorry. Speaking of loaded apps, which one would you like? I'm going to put that in for you.
I'm okay.
Nope. Which one would you like? You talked about it. You made me hungry.
I'll have to look at it afterwards and kind of make
You
my
got
decision.
it. You got
there
it.
you go.
Let's go. Number one, like the history of By Gollies. How long has this place been around?
So it opened in '83. Then in 2009 is when it burnt down.
Right.
Reopened in 2010, and then it's so basically almost continuous operation since '83.
What about the works? How long has the works been there?
22 years.
Yeah, 2000 September. I'm sorry, November of 2003.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
And you guys bought the works before By Gollies?
Yep, we bought it
Yes.
year before. Yep.
I've been to the works a few times. Brought my kids to the works. My kids, when they liked pizza, that's this weird thing that's happening in my house now. Is that my kids are swearing that they don't like pizza anymore,
weird.
which I just can't understand.
It's time to get new kids. Let's be honest,
It's really
Andrew.
related to me. But we went there a bunch of times. They loved it. I love the space and the personality of that
Yes.
too. Is that harder to take some kind of personality from that and replicate it, or?
I would definitely say just because of that unique building, because it was the old, the pump station. A lot of people don't know. So the architect that designed that building designed Cincinnati Music Hall.
I didn't know that.
So
Yes.
when you look at that building, you kind of see it was his practice building before he did Music Hall.
Right.
So that's where it's, there's a lot of character of that building. Obviously, it's been a staple in Loveland, since the 1906, I think, is when that was built. So you think 1983, 1906,
Right.
yeah. And just, like I said, the character of it being an old firehouse. I think a lot of the kids, starting in the 70s or 80s, all the way up until they opened it in 03 as the works, that was where the high schoolers would go to build their floats.
Okay.
So you've got all these people in that community that have a tie to that building. Even when it wasn't the works, it's
Right.
still just a tie to that building. And then we have the train car there, which that's very hard to replicate anywhere else because
Right.
it's hard to find that type of land. And if you see the pictures of how they got that train car there, I don't know that we could ever do that.
I don't think we
anywhere
could
else.
ever duplicate that. But just like the city of Milford, the city of Loveland has been phenomenal to work with. They built a brand new parking lot right behind the works.
Yep.
I mean, anything we've needed or anything extra, they have been Johnny on the spot. So the city of Milford and the city of Loveland, we just have to give kudos to both of them. They're phenomenal to work with.
Yep, absolutely.
As a business that is employing tax dollars, things like that, I have to say, anything we need, they're a phone call away, and they are definitely pro-business.
I've heard far too many places that have the opposite experience
Yes.
when they move in somewhere, and it's like, oh man, like there's just everything that they can poke us with, they're poking us with it, and like just making everything miserable, and it's like, oh,
No, it's been good.
got to find the right neighborhood.
Yes.
It's been great with those two. I won't name the city, but we did have one that we opened that was kind of like that with,
Right.
with working with the city and the local. But no. So to go back to your question though of the replicating that. So what we're trying to do with the works that is a little bit different than By Gollys is so the works is train car themed, right? We got the train car. If you go inside, we have that big mural of the train car.
Right.
So we're trying to make it like a American commerce industrial theme. So like at our Kenwood location, that one is the interstate highway system. So we've got pictures of overhead views of the interstate highway system.
That's cool.
And then in Covington, we've got the bridge theme, bridges and boats because
Right.
we're right there on the river. And then our Union location we're about to open because it's right by the airport. That one's going to have like an airplane theme.
Okay.
So we're actually right now trying to source obviously we can't get a full-size airplane, but like almost a plane we can hang from the ceiling
Right.
or even just a big mural on one of the walls.
That's cool.
Just to, give that ode to that area of of town because the love one with that train car there because that building was the original pump station for the train cars. So that's where it's kind of cool to tie that into the local
Right.
community.
If there was another concept that you could kind of take and roll with, another maybe food style or something, what would that be?
I don't know.
You
Anything.
got
Sushi?
pizza.
That's a great question.
I would love sushi.
No, not sushi.
Unicorn
would love
sushi
sushi.
place where everyone gets a free unicorn. How about that, Andrew?
I'm a huge sushi fan. I would totally.
I will
bite
say
on that.
I've tried to make sushi on my own, and it never turns out. So.
That's to me. That's part of the magic. Like I can go and I can make pizza at home if I want to spend the time to do it. I can make a great burger at home. There's no way I can do sushi.
Yeah.
You have to go somewhere. You have to go somewhere and have them do
I'm
it.
not sure. We've got burgers covered. We've got salads covered. We've got wraps. We've got brick oven pizza. We've got wings. We have pasta. We have burgers. I don't know. What were you thinking?
I mean, I would say if the right opportunity presented itself, I mean, we'd absolutely look at it. But I think our big focus is on growing these two brands,
Right?
Because it captures such a great cross section of America. There's not many
Absolutely.
people that don't like pizza and or burgers.
Except your kids.
Right.
Okay.
Except your kids, Andrew.
Both burgers and pizza. I don't think they eat burgers either. Oh my god, my kids are messed up.
What are we gonna do?
I'm hoping they grow out of it. We were at a party maybe a month or two ago, and they had pizza, of course. And my youngest, my 5-year-old, did take a bite of the pizza, and he was like, "It's okay." He didn't eat any more than that bite, but he took a bite. So we're working in the right direction.
Oh,
I
that's
guess.
funny. That's funny. That is funny.
If there's anything that you could tell people about By Gollys or the works that you think that they don't know, what would that be?
Anything that they don't know.
Oh, I will. The works. So in Loveland, of course, it's been there for 22 years. We have to give kudos to our general manager there, Tasha Danzelo. She has been there since the door opened for 22
Wow.
years. That is something that most
Especially
restaurants
in this industry, yeah.
cannot say. So it is special. She makes it special, and that is something people sometimes don't
Absolutely.
realize.
Yeah,
The general
absolutely.
so this is a funny story. So I'm sorry, Kathy, the mayor of the city of Milford. I love you. So when we took over, we purchased the works. Like you said, change. Everybody was up in arms. Who
Right.
are these people? Blah, blah, blah. So the city of Milford has a
Loveland.
meeting. Loveland, sorry.
Yep.
Thank you. The city of Loveland has a meeting every Tuesday. They always end up at the works afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So Kathy gets the same salad every week. Tasha was there. She raised hell. I mean, that's Kathy. These prices have changed. We blah blah. I mean, she's a really good friend of mine, so I can say this. Tasha and I, we got the menu out. We showed her the menu. We showed her the menu from before we owned it till now, and she was like, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry." So it's that misconception. We haven't changed anything.
It's that same, like,
It is.
you expect something to be different when new ownership comes in, and like you're
Right.
looking for something to be different. It's
And
the
talking
same
about
as, same as the price.
Tasha, it's the same thing. People were complaining that they changed management. And Tasha comes out and says, "Hi, I've been here for 22 years." It's that misconception.
Right.
But that's something about Loveland people aren't aware that the general manager there has been there for 22 years. By Gollys,
I would think something that a lot of people don't realize that we offer as a to be a GM of one of our restaurants.
Oh, yes.
You get ownership in the restaurant.
That's fantastic.
You know, putting
Something
money
you
into
don't
it. Yep, it's you get 5% ownership right away. Anytime that there is a profit that we take a draw out of, you get 5% of that.
That's perfect.
Yep. So that's a big thing. So whenever you come, supported by Gollys or a Works, obviously you're supporting us as a corporation, but you're also supporting your local GM,
Right.
Because they're getting part of that profit and they own part of the restaurant.
Well, and culture is a huge thing, and that's coming from perspective on the beer side. That's something that craft beer has always done really well, is figure out the culture of the place and with their employees and the neighborhood around them, and something that maybe the restaurant industry has not done as good of a job with historically. And so to see places that kind of get it and find new ways to kind of engage those employees and get them like, hey, like you're
really
here,
try.
You're running this place. We need you to care about it. And like,
now,
that's-
we're not going to say we haven't had our share of bumps.
Sure.
Because when you purchase a new place, you've got changes coming along, you learn along the way. But I will say I am proud to work for a company that treats their employees as well as Epic Eats does.
Right.
I'm proud to say, yes, I represent By Gollys, and I also represent the work. So I'm very proud to
I
work
love
for a
that.
company like that. And that's a lot of people can't say that. It's not just a
Yeah.
paycheck. We are in the communities. You'll see me all over. You'll hear my big mouth, but I'm toting what our team does, not what I do.
Right.
It's what they do behind the scenes. Lance and I, we don't have to be here. They're the ones running it, not us.
Right. That's all you can ask for is get people to care about it, that carry that flag for you. That's fantastic.
So what do you like about By Gollys?
I get the community. Like, it feels like when you walk in, and I just walk in, I sit at the bar. I don't get here as often as I would like to because I'm running around doing my whole gnome thing. But every time I sit down, they make me feel like I'm a regular. It makes me feel like I'm part of the neighborhood. And, the people on this side of the bar are always super friendly too. It's like, oh, hey, what brings you in? Have you been here before? And just conversations just start to happen. And that's
absolutely
that's what we love to hear.
Bar. Yeah.
That is exactly what we love to hear.
It's definitely one of my favorite places to sit down and have a burger and a beer. I can tell you that.
Nice.
And there's lots of great burgers around. To be able to say that this is one of my favorite is a big deal. So,
well, thank you.
Keep up the good work. For all of you, come here. Come here, have a burger, have a beer. Come here and get a Madry beer once those are on tap, which I'm assuming
it's going to be real soon.
Yeah, by the time you hear this, it'll probably be here or very close to being here. So do that.
We have something for you.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you can go around the whole city touting By Gollys hat.
Perfect colors for the season too.
I love it. So we're very appreciative. Anytime we get the opportunity to talk about our team and our company, count us in.
Yeah.
Lance had no idea what are we doing. Oh, okay. He looked you up. He's like, oh, this is so cool. So anytime we get to talk about the communities we're in, some of the projects we have coming up, he may have things that he's not even told me yet. Lance, tell us what's next. Because I turn around one day and he's like, oh, yeah, we've signed LOIs on 3 other places. I'm like, oh, my God.
I feel like every couple weeks I hear on the news, Epic Eats is signing on somewhere else. I'm like, really? This is cool.
It really is.
And expanding a little bit outside of just directly local here. You guys did up in Springfield. You guys opened a spot. You've got the
Springfield. We're doing outside of Louisville and Clarksville, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yep. So
it's good stuff. I'm happy to see it, and I'm proud to see you guys kind of exploding in the way that you are, in a good way.
Well, that means a lot. And for you to take the time to actually do a podcast from our place, thank you so much.
There's only a couple bars so far that I've sat down at the bar to do a show.
So I'm a fan. So we do appreciate you.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Get here, get a beer, get a burger, and tell your friends about By Gollys and the works and everything.
And remember, By Gollys, festive mood, great food.
All right. That's perfect.
I think you're telling me to get a salad too.
Don't forget, get a salad.
If you want a salad, don't feel bad about it.
Don't feel bad.
I might make fun of you if I see you and tell you that you should be having a burger instead, but that's fine.
You know what? We forgot to tell you something cool that we're doing. Fresh bread.
Oh, yeah. So we partnered with Klosterman Bakery.
Oh.
Yep. So we're getting deliveries up to, I think, 4 times a week.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Fresh bread. So.
See, and
again, local.
Fresh food. It's again kind of that idea of what we traditionally think of with chains and what we can find now for comparable prices, usually cheaper and a better experience. Like, it's just this is the best time to be a food fan or a drink fan in this city. Things are better than they have ever been, and I'm excited to be a part of it. So,
well, awesome. We're excited. Our team's excited. There's certain things we haven't announced yet, so keep listening.
Excellent. If people want to find out more, social media, you guys are way stretched out there. You've got spots for all of your locations. They've all got their own personality on social media. You got websites for everybody. So get online. I'll put links in the show notes for
bygollys.com.
We'll get you to all the places you can help to follow them.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you guys. Huge thank you to everybody at By Gollys for making this episode happen. I would not talk about a place if I didn't believe in what they were doing, and I believe in everything that Epic Eats is doing with these brands that they've kind of taken over. Go for yourself. See why you don't have to be afraid of the idea of a chain. This is a locally owned chain. It's a whole different ballgame. This isn't like one of those other burger places that we all can think of and we all don't necessarily enjoy all the time. This is different. This is good people making good food here in their neighborhoods Seriously, just go. Go try it for yourself. And stay tuned for the next episode of Drinking with the Gnome. Sometimes we go to bars. Sometimes we just talk about fun things that we want to talk about. You never know what's going to happen. There's some really cool stuff coming up in the pipeline, as they say. If you like this, if you like any of the stuff that I do, please go to thenarlygnome.com/support, and you can support that way. It helps kind of feed the beast and keep this whole thing moving. So I appreciate all of you that do that. If you're a Gnomie, that's the people that go and support. You get these things before everybody else. They're watching this now. You're watching it down the road in the future. You just go support. It's fun. All right. We'll catch you next time.